Hello, folks. Yeah, I'm here today. I wanted to show you a little adventure that I had with my graphics card. As you know, if you've watched my videos, I installed a new 2060 and NVIDIA 2060, and everything started out all right, but didn't last long. Um, I caught this 2060 online, a really good deal, and I picked it up for cheap. It's brand new, out of the box. Checked it out. Everything's legit. But besides that point, I wanted to just say that after I put it in my computer, installed it, I was installing the drivers. Everything seemed to be going well. And then suddenly the graphics card started crashing. And I just couldn't figure out for the life of me what it was. I mean, I tried different things uh, to get to the root of the problem, but the problem still persisted. And to be honest with you, it was driving me nuts. I won't disclose it right now, but I have one thought in my head that I didn't try until the very last moment. And you should listen to that voice in your head. But no, I just said, no, let me try this. Let me try this. Let me try this. But, I could tell that it was the graphics card itself crashing because I could hear something going on in the background over the speakers, even though I couldn't see a picture. Um, so, I set off to find out what the problem was. And I just want to show you a few of the steps I took that ultimately led me to the problem, and it was repaired. And thankfully, everything works fine. I hated to send the card back because I got such a great deal on it. Till I bought it from Amazon. I paid $179 for the card, and it was one of those flash sales. It didn't last long, and before it went back up to the regular price. And it's the Asus dual fan 2066 gig card overclock, factory overclock. And well, let me show you what I did here. All right, to start with, this, as some of you know, is a i7 4770, and the motherboard is the Z87 Pro. This is an older system. At first, I thought, well, it may be that the system's just too old to handle the graphics card, but no, I knew that couldn't be what it was. And the reason I wanted the 2060 is, this is a PCI Express 3.0, and this is a 3.0 graphics card. But with my motherboard, the Asus Z87 Pro, came this software. You can get to it in Windows. You don't have to go to the BIOS to do a lot of things. You would need to make changes on, like overclocking, fan control, a lot of other things. But this is what it looked like. Now, back when I got the motherboard, I think I was running Windows 7 then, and the AI suite was it worked fine, didn't have any problems. But when we updated the Windows to 8, 8.1, I can't remember which one it was. I updated it to, or upgraded it to, but I started having problems with this AI suite, and Asus didn't have any remedy for it. They just said uninstall it. They didn't have any BIOS updates. No software updates. So I went to the same type of motherboard, but the Z97 Pro, and I downloaded AI Suite. Well, I thought maybe that was the problem. I read some across the internet that it did pose problems with graphics cards. So I uninstalled the AI suite, and I didn't want to do that. I mean, this is a great piece of software here. You can do all kinds of things with. I mean, sure, you could go into the BIOS and do a lot of this from there, but it was convenient, just having it right there on your toolbar. But to make a long story short, I uninstalled the Asus AI suite and rebooted the computer, and in no time flat, the graphics card crashed again. And I'm like, well, so I went back to the drawing board to try to figure out something else. And after a little bit of research, I found out that sometimes sleep and hibernation mode, even though you have, the times on it set up for hours before it would go to sleep, it could still cause a problem with your computer graphics card crashing. So I went into my computer and I disabled sleep and hibernation, and rebooted the computer, and thought it was going to be fine, and it seemed to run a little bit longer, but there you go again. The the graphics card crashed. So, so it just wasn't going well for me at all. I was really getting frustrated. You can get to all these places on, Microsoft's got these websites, about how to disable the sleep mode or adjust it or whatever you may need to do. So, that was a help to refresh my memory. I knew how to do it, but I just wanted to make sure I did it right, because something still wasn't working right there. So I proceeded to, I went into the tower itself, and I reseated the graphics card, and I reseated my RAM, and, nothing. Still doing the same problem. Graphics card crashing. Okay, so I went to the next step here, and I went in and I disabled fast mode, fast startup, and that was another thing that some people said that worked for them, across the internet. So give that a shot. I still kept everything else disabled, like sleep and hibernation, and the Asus AI suite was still uninstalled. And nope, didn't work. Still doing the same problem. And I'm going to tell you something. I was getting frustrated. It seemed like every time I started doing something, thinking it was fixed, boom, there it was again, crashing. And so I tried something else. Maybe the integrated GPU on my i7-4770K, maybe that was causing a conflict with the drivers, the NVIDIA drivers. So I went in there and I disabled my integrated graphics. Yeah, then again, didn't work. Still had a problem. And this was going on for a little while. I'd get frustrated, and I would just shut the computer down, and I have a laptop that I use, and so just go back to using my laptop for a while, and but over a period of time I came back in here, and so I uninstalled and reinstalled my NVIDIA drivers, thinking I've done the repair, done everything. No go. Still having the same problem. If anybody, I'm sure a lot of you have gone through a lot of trouble trying to get things straightened out on a computer, just to have it to keep failing and failing and failing to the point where you felt like you just wanted to throw it out the door. I know the computer it needs upgrading. It's an older computer, but it does what I need it to do fine. So, I'm not really looking to upgrade PCs right now. I am looking, and kind of pricing things, watching the prices as they're coming down. And I do intend on in the future of, building a new system. But anyway, so I went into my C drive. I have a boot drive. This computer doesn't have NVMe. It's got a SATA 2.5-inch SATA drive. And it's when I bought that drive, it cost $189 back in the day, and that drive was only 256 gigabytes. It didn't. I mean, I have a regular hard drive for storage, a couple of terabytes, and plus I have an external hard drive that I offload things onto. So, and this, but so I cleared some stuff off of there. It was getting pretty full, and as a matter of fact, I've reordered me another SATA SSD, a 2 terabyte one, and but most of what I get from Amazon, and I caught it on a flash sale. It was a really good deal. It was a Western Digital Blue. That's as high as they go up on those 2.5-inch SATA drives. So I'm usually a Samsung man, but Samsung's been having a lot of problems with their NVMe's and their SATA drives and all that. I mean, the SSDs has just been, a lot of them been returned. But so I didn't want to take that risk. And that's what I have in here now is a Samsung. And it's lasted me years and years, and it's done great. But I checked everything out on it. There was no bad blocks. Everything seemed to be doing good. But anyways, like I said, I ordered another SSD, the Western Digital. And I guess because it's a flash sale, just like with the graphics card, then Amazon feels like, well, you can wait 2 or 3 weeks for it to get there. Even though I'm a Prime member, I have to wait, so I'm waiting on it. $99 for a 2 terabyte drive is pretty good. I mean, I remember, and I'm sure all of you all remember it too, when those drives cost way more. Anyways, so after I made some space on my boot drive, and I figured, well, let's give the program enough room to breathe there, the NVIDIA drivers. So, well, same problem, ran into the same problem again. Like I said, there was this voice telling me the whole time to try this. And I kept saying, nope, let me try this first. And now I have reinstalled, okay, I used to have a graphics card in here, and, it failed on me, so I had to go to integrated graphics. And so since then, though, I'm sure I've reinstalled Windows, a fresh copy of Windows. I like to refresh my PC every once in a while. So, but I'm sure y'all are probably thinking, I know what's wrong. I know what happened. And if you're thinking, a bad driver, then you're right. So what I done is I mean, even though I kept reinstalling and repairing the driver, there was that corrupted driver that was in there from NVIDIA, and plus for an older graphics card that, maybe it corrupted when I tried to install the newer graphics card. I'm not sure, but anyway, so I mean, I didn't see the driver, so I figured it was fine. But anyway, so I read across the internet and I found this software, and I'm sure y'all heard of it. It's called DDU, but yeah, it's a driver uninstaller, display driver uninstaller. Intel even lists it on their site here, and it's pretty easy to use. You download DDU software and extract the file. You open it up and extract the program. You reboot into Windows in the safe mode. Now, the driver software just took mine right to straight mode when I said I wanted to go to straight mode. And see, but you got to, you got to install it. And so I went into safe mode, and I went in there. Now, you had to be careful, because when it showed all the drivers that it could uninstall, there was drivers in there you didn't want to uninstall. I mean, it wasn't just graphics drivers there. So, you know, you got little check boxes on there, and you just check the drivers that you want to uninstall. So I uninstalled my NVIDIA drivers, and I uninstalled the Intel iGPU drivers, and rebooted. And after that, I never had a problem again. Everything went well. Um, what I done then was, just to be on the safe side, you know, MSI Afterburner is some really sweet software. It's free. Um, you can overclock your GPU. You can, you know, you can do a few things to it. You know, change your fan speeds. But anyway, I downloaded MSI Afterburner, and I stress tested the graphics card, and everything went well. I mean, so as of today, which, you know, it's been a few days or so, it's been doing great, and several days, to be honest with you. And so you know, if you having problems with your GPU graphics, your GPU crashing, then I recommend just go straight to this DDU, this display driver uninstaller here, and go ahead and download it and run it. Try that first. You know, I should have followed that voice in my head that was telling me to do this, and that would have saved me a whole lot of headache. But once you run this, if you're still having the other problem, if you're still having your graphics card crashing, then, you know, you can refer back to this video. There's a lot of things you could do here that, you know, has helped some people. You know, power and sleep settings, uh, fast startup, you know, reinstall your drivers, disabling your iGPU. I've got my integrated graphics. I got it restarted back. You know, I mean, I might want to hook up a monitor to that or something. So I just got it running. But yeah, folks, I hope this helps you out. I mean, I know just how frustrating it could be to have this problem, and you just watching your all your dreams and hopes go down the toilet. You know, you got that new graphics card, or you just can't wait to get on there and do things with it, and then you just keep having this problem. But you know, if you try the DDU and it doesn't work, you know, one of these other things might save you too. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope it's been some help for you, and I'll come back again and see what I got coming in the future. I may have another video coming out pretty soon, and on some computer work I got to do. And anyways, thanks for stopping by. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to watch my channel grow. And thank you to everybody that subscribed to me and watching my videos. So y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.